Today, we're going to talk all about Ballwin. And Ballwin was just ranked one of the hottest zip codes in the US as far as the real estate market goes for a couple of reasons.
They were basing that on affordability, convenience, and value, and also the inventory levels and how quickly those homes were selling.
Yeah, so these days, homes are not sitting on the market very long in Ballwin, and I mean, we're definitely still seeing some over list price situations. So if you're looking in this part of town, we're going to talk all about what it's like to live in Ballwin before you move here. Welcome to the video. I'm Jacob.
Hi, I'm Kelly. So Ballwin is a really nice suburb in western St. Louis County that has been very well established, and it's actually been popular for a long time. But it's just come back into prominence because it ranked, number 2?
Yeah, a couple sources
survey.
ranked it either number 1 or number 2 as being one of the hottest zip codes in the US as far as amenities, price, and just activity in the real estate market. It's definitely busy. It's a very popular area. And here's actually a fun fact about the Ballwin taxes. Ballwin is unique because it is a municipality that does not have municipal property taxes. So when you pay your real estate taxes, obviously you're going to pay into St. Louis County, but Ballwin does not add anything on that goes to the city.
And also to that point, they have not changed that since 1987. So there's no reason to think that they would start instituting one now. And I think that puts them as one of the more affordable municipalities in the St. Louis County area.
Yeah. So with Ballwin being a very suburbs kind of lifestyle, most of the neighborhoods are going to be a lot of residential single-family homes. That being said, you definitely will see some options if you're looking for a villa association, some townhomes, some condos. There are definitely a good amount of apartment complexes scattered throughout too. So you do have some of those options if you want more than just a house. And hey, by the way, guys, if you are in the market to buy a home or selling a home even, get in touch with us. Just send us an email, send us a text, whatever works for you. We are a group of practicing realtors, and helping you who watch the YouTube videos is what we love. That's what we're here for.
That's what we do. Give us a call, text, email.
We'd love to work
Reach out.
with you.
So Ballwin is also in a part of West County that's very easy to access the highways. It does have what we would consider a main arterial road, which is Manchester Road, that kind of cuts through the middle of it and also connects to 141, which can get you to 40 or 44 very quickly. So access to Clayton or downtown or even St. Charles County, if you wanted to go that way, is very easy.
Yeah, Manchester Road really splits Ballwin in half. It goes right through the middle. And Manchester Road, you're going to hate it because it sucks during rush hour. It is busy. It is congested. If there's a single accident, it will back up for miles. But that being said, Manchester is going to be your road with all of your shopping, convenience, and amenities on Manchester or somewhere, nearby as far as grocery stores, getting your coffee, lots of restaurants in these strip malls you'll see along Manchester. So it's got a lot, but it does get very busy.
It does. And I think it should be noted that because we're from the St. Louis area, what we consider busy would not be considered busy if you were from another large metropolitan area. So when I say, the traffic's terrible, my son who lives in LA laughs at me. People from Atlanta laugh at us. People from Florida laugh at us. It's relatively busy. It's not impassable or untravelable. I just think that you have to know that it's going to be busy and just be very aware when you're on that road. But to Jacob's point, there's tons of dining. There's tons of shopping. Hi, I like to shop. Tons and tons of, so we have clients who, oddly enough, came through our YouTube channel. They watched another video, contacted us. They ended up buying a house in Ballwin. And for those of us that have lived in this area for most of our lives, Ballwin's been here a very long time. It's a very well-established city. They bought a house that was built in the 1950s, and it was completely renovated. Top to bottom, head to toe, inside, outside, absolutely adorable. But the charm of that to them was you are getting a bigger lot, and it was very nicely mature trees in the back. It wasn't a wooded lot or backing to common ground, but there was a lot of mature trees. The subdivision was well established, and just like their home, many of the homes up and down that street were renovated, and they only paid $350,000, which is just below the average sale price in the area. Mm-hmm. But part of the draw to them was that there was a walkable Starbucks So the Starbucks was only a quarter of a mile from their house, actually on Manchester Road, right at the corner of Manchester and their subdivision.
Yeah, basically right at the entrance of your neighborhood, you got a Starbucks right there. So that's just one example. But yeah, to your point, I mean, Ballwin is a really great market where you will see, like you said, a lot of these very established subdivisions, a lot of these neighborhoods from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. In some of these neighborhoods that are maybe a little bit older, you will see a lot of these ranches or some split level homes, a lot that have been really nicely updated and remodeled. So those are some of the older parts of Ballwin. And then towards the south is where you will see some more of these newer developments. You'll tend to see bigger homes on bigger lots. It starts to get very woodsy too down south, where you have a lot of these neighborhoods backing up to woods, to common ground, and you kind of have some of these roads that get very hilly and very woodsy once you start to get closer to the Wildwood side of Ballwin, where they kind of meet.
Right. And you can get a house in that area. Your price range has to go up, obviously, because it's more of the luxury market, but you'll get a bigger lot, oftentimes an acre or more.
Yeah.
And I think also part of the draw of Ballwin is that it is in a actually two very, very highly rated school districts. I think the majority of Ballwin is Rockwood, and a couple small pockets are in the Parkway school districts. Both are considered to be top school districts in our area.
Yeah, they both rank really well. Like Kelly said, most of it is Rockwood. Then you have a couple of these little pockets, like towards the north and towards the south, that are Parkway. But overall, you're going to expect really, really good schools, regardless of where you live in Ballwin.
Sure. And when we're talking about these more established neighborhoods, you are getting, when they talk about affordability and value, you're getting a lot of home for the money. Most homes, if you went into another, let's say we went into more like Ellisville or Chesterfield, if you wanted a fully updated home that my clients just bought for $350,000, it would be $400,000 or more. 100%. So the affordability definitely comes into play.
Another really great thing that just makes Baldwin a fantastic area is just the access to parks. If you want to be able to go for a walk or go for a hike, there's a lot of parks nearby. They have tennis courts, they have pickleball courts, there's the rec center, there's the water parks. There's a lot of really great stuff to do. If you want to be outside or you want to take the kids to the water park during the summertime, just all of those really great amenities nearby. Again, another reason that Baldwin was ranked so highly for being a wonderful place to live.
Obviously close to Castlewood. Queenie Park is not very far away. West County Mall. You want to talk about a banger. You can go to Nordstrom's, you can go to Lulu, you can go to Sephora. Everything you need. I think West County Mall is not even 10 minutes from the Manchester Road part of Baldwin. There's a lot to do there. And it's in close proximity. My clients that bought that particular home, they were about halfway down Manchester, but they work in Clayton. And they couldn't afford a home in Clayton. So they chose Baldwin because it was in close proximity. It was easy for them to get. You can actually take Manchester Road all the way into Clayton, or at least Richmond Heights.
Yeah.
So that was very easy for them to get where they needed to go and find a home that they could afford.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the comparison you gave too about Chesterfield and Ellisville. Of all of the West County areas, Chesterfield is definitely going to be on the highest end of price, more than likely. And Baldwin is kind of the same kind of lifestyle, the same kind of amenities. The neighborhoods look very similar. It's just lower in terms of price compared to Chesterfield, where Chesterfield tends to have a lot of these bigger neighborhoods, a lot more new construction happening, especially towards the luxury end of the market. And Baldwin is sometimes just a little bit easier to get your foot in the door as far as pricing goes. It's more friendly on the budget, especially if you are earlier in your career or this is your first time buying a house. Baldwin can be a great starter market.
So Queenie Park is not far from Baldwin, and it's very easy to access from Manchester Road. And if you're a dog lover, Queenie Park is pretty widely known as one of the best parks for people with their pets.
Yeah, they even have the dog park in Queenie Park if you want to let your dog off the leash. I mean, there's plenty of people that will take their dogs with them through the hiking trails, but if you want to just let your dog run loose, they do have the dog park within Queenie Park.
And for hiking, I don't know that there's a better park than Castlewood.
Yeah, Castlewood's great. And if you want to go a little bit further west into Wildwood, I mean, there's the Rockwoods Preservation, there's Babbler State Park, tons of stuff nearby. But yeah, Castlewood is probably the best place you're going to want to go in Baldwin. Got a bunch of hiking trails throughout, and then down towards the Merrimack River, it connects to Sherman Beach. So there's a lot of these hiking trails. You can go by the river, a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, and not very far.
Yeah.
And also, if you're looking to go downtown, I think we might have touched on this earlier, but I don't know that you're more than 20 minutes from downtown here. You
Yeah.
hop straight on 40 and you're downtown in
Yeah.
maybe 20 minutes.
Depending on where you live in Ballwin, 20, 30 minutes, because you gotta get to the
gotta get down
highway.
the road.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, like 64 and 44 don't go through Ballwin, so you're going to probably want to get on Manchester and go to 141 to get to one of those two highways.
So depending on the time of day that you go, it could be 20 or 30 minutes.
Could be 20, 30, could be 45 minutes, depending on how Manchester goes.
Once you get to the highway, you're a straight shot to downtown. So it's easy to access that. And like I said, I think the other big draw is the proximity to Clayton. And Clayton has the best, arguably the best fine dining restaurants that you can find in our area. And Clayton is just 10 minutes away.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And
The way I drive.
Yeah, the way you drive. The thing to know too, Ballwin, it's absolutely the suburbs. This is West County. You know, it is not going to have that same kind of feel as an area like St. Louis City. A lot of fun neighborhoods there. Even Clayton for being very urban within St. Louis County. Ballwin, this is the suburbs. I mean, it's lots of these residential neighborhoods and strip centers. So if you want to have some more options for things to do, you're going to want to go to somewhere like Clayton or, you know, downtown or Central West End, somewhere in the city if you want more of that urban feel, that nightlife that you'll see in the city that you don't always get in the suburbs.
And I think what's interesting and what we might want to touch on a little bit is the development that they're doing at what used to be the Chesterfied Mall. So that is right around the corner. It's not very far, and they are doing a mega development at what used to be the Chesterfied Mall.
Yeah, so it's going to be very residential focused. I know that. And then, you know, some new commercial space as far as restaurants, retail, office space goes. There really is a lot of money flowing into West County to kind of establish another, you know, economic hub in St. Louis County outside of Clayton. Because Clayton's definitely the main driver, you know, in the area as far as companies that are there, big employers here in St. Louis. A lot of them are based in Clayton. And I think that there's definitely more of a push to try to have some more of that in West County, kind of as another, you know, almost like another downtown area outside of obviously downtown St. Louis and downtown Clayton, like another, you know, little urban core in West County.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's been so many people moving west of the bridge. So that is making it easy for the people who live in St. Charles County to commute to another urban hub that isn't 40 or 45 minutes away. If you're in Wentzville, you can get to that Chesterfied Mall in, again, the way I drive, 20 minutes. So it'll give more opportunity for employment and everything else to the people, not just in Ballwin, but everywhere around Chesterfield. And anytime we see that happen, that's good for property values for anyone that's in that proximity.
Yeah, 100%. So those are just some of the best things we love about Ballwin. If you are moving to or from the area, again, just holler at us, send over an email, send a text, whatever works for you. We'd love to earn your business and share our knowledge of the market with you.
So we work in the entire metropolitan St. Louis area. So we go anywhere from downtown St. Louis across the bridge into St. Charles County. So we're available to help you whether you want a house in Ballwin or anywhere in the greater metropolitan area.
Outside of that, thank you for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Bye. Thank you.